Chapter 5.7, Proportional Relationships. So today we're going to be exploring whether tables and graphs form proportional relationships. So remember that ratios form a proportion when they are equivalent. And there are two different ways to find that. First, you can reduce both fractions or both ratios into their simplest terms. So 6/9 is the same as 2/3. 8/12 is also the same as 2/3, and therefore they are equivalent. They do form a proportion. The other option is to cross multiply and see if the products are the same. So 8 times 9 should equal 6 times 12. Well, 8 times 9 is 72. 6 times 12 is also 72. The products are the same, so yes, they are equivalent. Now, today we're going to talk about constant of proportionality a little bit. And the constant of proportionality is the value of the ratios in a proportional relationship. You can also think of the constant of proportionality as the unit rate. Okay, so let's jump into these examples. Example 1. The table at the left shows the distances Keisha traveled during a bike-a-thon. Is there a proportional relationship between time and distance? So I'm going to set up distance and time. So my distance is down here. We have a distance of 13, a distance of 26, a distance of 32.5, and 45.5. And we have time. How many hours did it take? 2 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, and 7 hours. So I want to know if each of these form a proportion. Are all 4 of these equivalent? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to divide. And you may use a calculator for this. So if I divide 13 divided by 2, I'm going to get 6.5. 26 divided by 4, also 6.5. 32 divided by 5, 6.5. And 45 divided by 7, also 6.5. So since all of these reduce to the same number, then yes, there is a proportional relationship. Okay, so when you have kind of funny fractions like these, or if you get decimals, go ahead and just use a calculator or by hand, it's up to you, and actually do the division. You should, if it is proportional, get the same answer each time. All right, let's take a stab at example 2. So we graphed Keisha's speed in miles per hour, and the graph at the right displays the data given in example 1. So what is Keisha's speed in miles per hour? So this miles per hour, this is a unit rate. Miles per 1 hour. Well, I see down here they gave us R as our distance. Time is on my x-axis. Time is 1 hour, this point right here. But what is the distance? So how can we find it? Well, let's use 2 hours here. So since it's a unit rate, miles per hour, I need 13 miles in 2 hours. And that's going to equal R miles over 1 hour. So I'm going to use cross products in order to solve this. So 2R, come back pen, 2R equals 13. Divide both sides by 2. And R equals 6.5. So Keisha's speed in miles per hour is 6.5 miles per hour. Now this number should look very familiar to you from the previous example, and that's because what we were finding in the previous example when we divided was in fact the unit rate. All right, example 3. The table below shows a proportional relationship between the number of minutes and the amount the customer pays for cell phone service. Identify the constant of proportionality. So I want to know, what is the constant or the unit rate? Well, I want to know what is the price per minute. So I see here in my chart I have a number of minutes, 100 minutes, 500 minutes, 1,000 minutes, and so on. And the price a customer has to pay, $10, $50, $100. So if I set up a ratio, I have a price per minute. And we can choose any one of these numbers of minutes because it says that it is a proportional relationship already. So I'm going to go ahead and choose 1,000 minutes for $100. So price, $100. Minutes, 1,000. And I'm going to divide. Well, there are 10 100s in 1,000, so let's see. If I take 100 divided by 1,000, I'm going to move the decimal 3 times to the left. So that would be 1, 2, 3, or 0.1, but we all know we can't have one place a decimal in money. So I have 10 cents per minute. Cost me a dime for every minute that I talk on the phone. Okay, so that is my constant of proportionality. Okay, that's it for examples. I would like you to solve your quick checks and CYUs and see me if you have any questions.